Because and then yeah, some paracetamol better, but yeah. Anyway, the the first video I'm gonna be reacting to after a week is the new ERB epic rap battles of Henry Ford versus Karl Marx. And if you remember and correctly, if you were keeping up with my channel, we did a reaction to the Henry Ford on extra credits channel. Go check them out. They very educated, very. Anyway, but shall we? I know we obviously learned a lot and know a lot about Henry from reacting to extra credits series, and I did some my own research on Karl Marx before this. So yeah, let's get to it.
Mr. Motor City needs some medicine red. My lines are a production, your lines are bred. Disassembling timepieces is how I got my start now. Watch me tear your ideology apart.
Okay, now let's... sorry if I'm gonna be pausing a lot here, but I just wanna pause and give my historical input on some lines. So, the Henry Ford was talking about my lines of production, how he came up with the concept of the and your lines are bred, which is most communist countries when they first timepieces got into his mechanic. It watches.
Scream, unite the workers, free the class slaves. Lose your change, trade them in for mass graves. Now it's Stalin. Wow, appalling amounts of body bag. When a world leader likes you, that's a red flag. I produce with my two hands. You're a destitute tramp. Scheming.
Okay, so sorry if I'm yeah, what were they again? Yeah, Henry Ford is obviously going to point out how stupid communism as an idea. Yes, Karl Marx really had to pawn off his imagined
the trade bootstraps in for food stamps. Any person tried to seize my private property will catch a torn press to his private parts properly. Who takes advice from a broke slob? It's laughable. I wouldn't wet my tailpipe with your Das Capital. If you'd saved a penny for a starter you named Jenny, you might not have needed to bury quite so many. Who's that crowd in the...
yeah, he had a few daughters, and all of them. Oh, what was the other line? Yeah, he's. I think. Okay, Karl Marx was on, but didn't. Future thinking, legal letter, income proletariat. It's Karl Marx. Prepare to be right. They really went all in on. I'm dropping you like Hitler dropped your name in Mein Kampf. My concepts didn't cause mass grave. You get that from books, but you didn't read shit. Your self-made man studies them from a tortoise.
why you spy on your workers like Big Brother.
Okay, so let's go back and whole Mein Kampf thing. Yes, if you remember correctly, when we reacted to Henry Ford, when Hitler was inspired by by Henry Ford, the international the world's problem, and he write his in Mein Kampf a human-sized of him, and Hitler medal to mass production.
Model T, total lack of style is killing me. They can take shit from you according to ability.
Yeah, that is. Model T was effective of doing the job as a car, but when there was no individuality, every car was the color, and we can't take stuff from ability. Each of his.
What your first car can't back up. Mini means like your city in Brazil. Nuts! Don't step.
And of course, reference the quadricycle, which he had to break down his. And all it didn't. Also, a Brazil reference back to Henry Ford settlement.
Get that close without some beer shampoo, son. You lived in Cologne. Look like you could've used some. I drip with style like a dipstick drips oil. You look as sick as your chronic dick boil. I'm mass producing abuse on a utopian hobo. I'm throwing you for loops like the F of my logo. I gave men work, you brought nothing but harm. Take your bourgeois pig shit back to Animal Farm.
Okay, first of all, that was sorry, Henry. And the Animal Farm, it's Animal Farm, written by George, some don't remember, but yeah, it's a book on and based on anthropomorphic, characters, set communist, utopia. I don't remember a lot from it, but I did read the book around 2. I'm not a fan of communism, but I recommend.
Conditions were bleak, crowded with machines, cranking out 4 severed fingers a week. You controlled what employees could think, drink, and eat. And when they marched for better wages, shot them dead in the street. In truth.
Yep, Karl Marx definitely won round 2, and the whole of factory machines cutting off fingers and whatnot. That is not unique to Henry Ford. There are lots of factories worldwide. For Americas, Europe, there are many factories that had a lot of health and. So yeah, and but the whole, protesting, workers protesting and getting shot at, yeah, that's a.
What you produced for alienated working men who would clock into Detroit and lose themselves like Eminem. And now your Great Lakes State ain't exactly a great sight. You were West of Michigan and Flint's water pipes.
Okay, so yeah, Karl Marx's line, what you produce alienated working men. So, the whole point, concept of communism, about how capital business would obviously exploit their workers so much that they'd become alienated. They'd be alienated from family, their friends, etc., etc. That's the whole of communism against capitalism.
You grab the bottom pressing.
What we're doing. And about Eminem and water pipes, I don't really know about. Don't really listen to Eminem. The only song I have listened by him was like a monster that's hot a bed. Oh, that song, but it's been years since I heard that song, so.
Don't leave me impressed. You're not hot, Karl. That's just shit on your chest. For a man to state less, you got an awful lot to say. I pay you $5 a day to go away. Buddy ain't.
Okay, so yeah, there we have the Model T and the $5 a day to go away thing. Yeah, a lot of people today would think that that's a small amount, but remember, the value of money back then was a lot more. Would cost a lot more in today's money value, because the $5 wage thing was brought huge impact on it. They were able to even buy a lot of things they didn't think they could buy. So yeah, the $5 wage thing really helped out a lot. Common people, the working class, and the
Bankrolls you with this textile bill. I guess the capitalists are cool when they're paying your bills. You're a hypocrite, a nitwit who's love with substance issues. Step off your soapbox, take the soap with you.
Although this was a bit better than Henry Ford round 2 years, it was still pretty weak. But the one where, yeah, if I remember correctly, some friend Karl Marx helped him out. It was capitalist textile, basically calling out his hypocrisy on hating capitalist, that he has a friend who's a capitalist, bail him out, bankrupt.
Dummy, shedding money is the communist vision. Engels' bank was the crank that got the revolution spinning. We gave everything to see the common people advance. I'm so down for the cause, I even pawned my own pants. You grew so out of touch, you sabotaged your only kid. It's a stomach cancer, showed more love than you.
Yup. Karl Marx, not a fan of communism, but he definitely won. He definitely won this battle. Henry Ford was a absolute a-hole.
You did so congrats, your legacy is in ashes. Remembered as the fascist sympathizing cause of climate change and car crashes. From your newspaper to your Nazi factory, cross the pond. Frankly, Hank, it's clear as which side you are on. This battle's been applauded like that hemorrhage in your head. I leave a floor as expected, found on road dead.
Oh, that's a huge risk at the time. They would often break down. Karl Marx definitely won, and like I said before, I'm not a fan of them. I believe that capitalism and capitalism really the best when it comes to economics. So yeah, I'm also a bit of a far right idealist. I wouldn't say right on fascist, but I do like some fascist ideology. So yeah, and a lot of people, they often say communism is so stupid. Why would you do that? It's a good idea, without actually bothering do the research study as to what communism represent. And if you do the research on paper, communism seems like a really good common man to the common man. But if you add people, but when performed by people, their greed is definitely going to do communism the wrong way that Marx wanted. Like he said in one of his lines, my concepts didn't cause cause mass deaths graded, and that I highly agree. Like I said before, not fan of communism, but on paper it is a good idea, but when done by people, definitely, yeah. I don't really have any. If you like this video, please hit that like and page and link in the description, and so with a link to the original video by ERB. Go check them out. They make really good content. So yeah. Anyway, that's all for today. I'll see you. Bye.